Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast. Hello!
Hi!
Welcome to the Port Charles 411. Today we are talking with Nakita Griffin.
It was so much fun. She had such interesting ways of talking about her GH obsession.
Yeah, from how she's written school papers for psychology.
That's amazing.
Based on the show.
I would have never thought to do that. I watched GH when I was in college. I never thought to pull it in.
Well, the whole time. And then she also had written some poetry. And I'm thinking about when I was in high school, we had to do different like pop culture poems. Mm-hmm. And there was one that I wrote about Seinfeld that was, it was called a found poem. So like you found all the lines, like none of them could be, it was basically like plagiarism. But I found different articles because it was right when Seinfeld was ending.
Oh, okay.
So you found different articles and then you just snipped the lines together to become a poem.
Oh, neat.
I'm going to have to find that now. Like, I'm going to send it to Jerry Seinfeld and see what he says. Like, Jerry. But no, it was really good. So we hope that you guys enjoy our conversation also. Hey, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
That's good.
Very nice to meet you.
You too.
How's your Sunday going?
It's going good. I got brownies today, so I'm really excited about that.
Sounds yummy.
Did you bring Girl Scout cookie order for him?
The link is online.
Okay. Amanda's daughter sells Girl Scout cookies, and that just reminded me. Thank you. So I'm Shannon.
And I'm Amanda.
I'm Nakita.
So what got you started watching General Hospital?
My mom was watching it one day, and I sat down in front of the TV in 2014. I was going through something as far as I was supposed to start college, and it didn't happen. So it was August of 2014. I don't remember what the storyline was, but I do remember this was when Drew ended up in the hospital, like when he first came on the show, I believe.
Okay.
And that's kind of how I got started watching GH.
That would have been an interesting storyline to get started on, because then you were immediately thrown into, because he was originally Jake and then he became Drew and then it was Jason and then no, you're not Jason, you are Drew. And wow, good for you for sticking with it. So did your mom fill you in? How long has she been a fan?
I think she's been watching on and off, and I don't think, at the time even that she was watching it was just like the TV was on, mm-hmm. and she was sitting on the couch watching it, and I'm, like, okay, what is this? And she'd say, tell me it was General Hospital. So I sat down in front of the TV and started watching it. And then, days following, I just was always there at 2:00, sitting in front of the TV watching GH.
Wow. To only be 6 years into the show. I don't even know what that would be like.
What about it got you addicted, do you think? Like, is there a certain character that you love watching? I mean, now it's
Sunny. I love Sunny.
Good answer. I think that's everybody's answer, no matter when you started, if it was in the past 25 years.
Yep. So what about Sunny was it?
I just like the whole mob war. Like he was, he's obviously a mob boss. And then there was Julian and his whole family. And so that was one of the things that really was like, ooh, this is cool. Let me sit here and watch this. And then, also like the soap opera drama. So, people's relationships, baby stealing, all that, all of that craziness. Actually, there was a part in 2014, I think, when Nina and Franco were in the mental hospital. And that was interesting to me. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I've just been a fan. I really like the characters, the soap opera itself, the drama,
I forgot about Nina baby stealing too. There's been so many in the past couple of years.
Well, and it was when she and Franco did the LSD trip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was an interesting episode or
Hmm.
time. Yeah. So what's been your favorite storyline?
That's an interesting question. Because there are so many that are so good, but also like so irritating.
We'll ask you that one
Like,
too. Don't worry.
I don't know what my favorite storyline. I don't know. I can say that the one that's most irritating is the one that's anyone with Nell is just like, why?
She's such a good actress, but I hate to say that I'm glad she's gone, but I'm glad she's gone right now because you're right.
Yeah, yeah.
It was getting a little stale. Even though,
Mhm.
I mean, Chloe Lanier is awesome.
Mhm.
I think it was just frustrating because how many chances would people really give you in real life? It was
Right.
like every person she came along was like, "Oh, you can't be that bad. Oh, look, I fell into your trap," and then they'd move on to the next one.
Right.
She was just evil to everyone.
Well, she had Brad and then she did what she did. So
Yep.
Are there any storylines that you've kind of imagined what the past story was, and then your mom has explained it to you, and you've been like, "Oh, that's not how I thought this would have come about"?
My mom hasn't really. I mean, like we talk about current GH, but as far as past GH, I'm in a lot of general hospital groups on Facebook, so I get a
Okay.
lot of past storylines from. I also have a friend who watches it faithfully too, so she fills me in on certain things. I think the thing that's really interesting me is like Franco from his when he had his brain tumor until now, because I am in school studying to be a child psychologist. And so it's interesting, especially with the LSD thing back in 2014. Like, I didn't want to watch that. I was a little bit like, no. But it's just been really interesting, especially with certain storylines when people go into mental hospitals, especially when Carly was that was interesting to say the least. I hated every second of watching that when
yeah.
Carly was in Ferncliff. Yeah, was not a fan. But
So what made you decide to go to school for child psychology?
well, my original major was Spanish. I wanted to be a Spanish interpreter, but it wasn't as fun as high school Spanish was. I loved high school Spanish. Like, I felt like I was super fluent, or at least fluent as I could be. And then I got to college and teachers spoke completely in Spanish and life. And then like one of my teachers was like, "Oh, you can't use Google Translate." And I was like, "Ooh, yeah, I don't know." But I always had psychology as a minor. And so I took oh my gosh, what is the class called? Developmental psychopathology.
Mhm.
And that's kind of what made me really fall in love with psychology, because it was all about, children and going from baby to toddler to, you know what I mean, as they develop over the years. And that's what really interested me. We also learned about the different disorders and things of that nature. So that's what really got me into psychology. And then I switched my major in 2018. And then I graduated actually last year in June.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks.
So are you working as a psychologist right now then?
I am not. I'm working on trying to get, so in August, I'm actually going to be applying, I want to say this upcoming week, for Ohio State University to go and apply for the master's in social work. So that way I can be a counselor and just be able to help children.
That's awesome. That's a really important job.
Yeah. Speaking of Sonny being my favorite, I was really happy to know that he had bipolar, because in a lot of my psychology papers, I talk about him.
Okay.
I do. I literally write, at the end, because, you have to have it all psychological until the end. And then you can write about your personal experiences. And I always write about Maurice Bernard being, one of my favorite actors from General Hospital. He suffers from bipolar disorder. So, just that. And that's one of my favorite disorders to do research on, that and depression. And So it's been good being able to incorporate General Hospital into school.
And how do your teachers receive that?
Well, I haven't gotten any like feedback as as far as that goes, but while I was in college, my English teacher realized that I loved General Hospital. And one day he had us write a poem from the perspective of, I guess, another character. And I did it from the perspective of Ava. It was the scene, or yeah, I guess the scene when her and Kiki got into that huge argument over Kiki and Griffin sleeping together. And he loved it. And then at the end of the semester, we had to do like a themed project based off of I don't know, like a TV show. I don't remember what it was about, but I did my entire thing on General Hospital. I wrote poems for, I don't know, I think it was like 5 or 6 characters, and then I found videos that went with those characters and poems, and so it was really great. It was a wonderful experience.
That sounds really cool. Do you know where you have those poems? I would love to listen, or like, hear them or see them or something.
Yeah, I have them. I still have all of them, actually.
Awesome. I wish we had talked about this beforehand so you could have had them ready so we could have you share one with us. I guess that's one of the downsides of we like to just go with the flow and see how things go, but I guess you never know where it's going to take you.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool that you're able to incorporate the show like that. Have you read Maurice's book?
I have not. I don't even know like where all I can find it, because I like to read my books like if like in Braille. So if I have if it's on Kindle, like I wouldn't mind reading it. It's just that my voiceover is going to read it, and I would prefer to just read it with my fingers and not have the speech reading it to me. You know what I mean? But
I do believe on. I'm just going to check it real quick before I tell you this. Hold on 1 second.
Isn't there one with him reading it himself?
That's what I'm looking up.
Okay. I thought that we had read that somewhere.
Yeah. So if you go on Audible, he actually reads the book.
Oh, okay.
So that might be an option for you. So it wouldn't be your voiceover. It would actually be Maurice Bernard reading his book to you. We both bought the actual book, but I'm the same way. Like, I'm very, very picky about who I listen to my audiobooks through, because there's some people that I don't like how they share. And especially something like a biography, you want the person's firsthand, because they're going to have the expressiveness and everything. So
I don't really like audiobooks though. Like I would prefer to read them in Braille instead of listen. I hate audiobooks. Like I refuse to listen to audiobooks.
Aww.
If I can read them with my fingers, I am happy to do so,
Mm-hmm. I totally get that. I hate audiobooks too. It is not the same.
I only listen in the car. It's only in the car. And most of the time it's professional development is what I'm actually listening to. So like I have not listened to Maurice's.
I feel like I just don't have the attention span if someone else is reading.
Yeah, like it'll make you fall asleep.
Yes, exactly. For me to be interested, I need to be reading it. So, did your English teacher say that they started watching General Hospital after listening to all your poems?
No, I didn't even get to read. I didn't even get to read all of my poems. Like we because there was so many of us for the final project, and so I only got to show like 2 videos. And I think, oh my gosh, I don't even remember this, but there was a video where Sonny got into this huge shootout. There was Julian, Morgan. Oh, I don't even know. But, and then in the scene, there was also like Ava and Molly. It was a good scene because the shootout was, and I think Carlos was there. That is one fine young man. My goodness.
We do miss Carlos.
So I got to show that one. And then I got to show the argument between Kiki and Ava. So those were the only 2 that I got to show, but yeah, it was a really fun little project. So
what do you think about this whole Franco's tumors coming back and now he's hearing Peter's voice thing?
I do kind of think that it is it's from when that whole memory transfer thing and the Drew's memories thing. I feel like that's all that it is. I don't know much about Franco's tumor and what happened originally. I just know that he did some horrible things, but that's what I think about it.
Yeah, those are scenes you should go back and watch. That was the way
I've
they
seen
did
some
that.
like old clips, but I don't really know, like the whole story and like how it all happened and how he started doing that.
So
So,
we did a 2-part 411, not this past fall, but the fall before,
Mhm.
about so James Franco is actually who originated the character Franco. And
okay.
he was on until 2010. So he was on for 2 years? A year or two? Like a year and a half, 2
I
years.
would say a year and a half.
And then 3 years later is when Roger Howarth came on as the new Franco, whatever. So we did a recap on that. It might be something for you to go back and or listen to.
I feel like if you're talking about liking, diving into the psychological part of it, that would be a great thing for you to go back and watch, because I feel like they really did that justice. Like, you saw all the different parts and were thinking, what the heck? And then they would switch it up and you would be lost all over again, because he came in, as a halfway normal person. He was an artist and they were excited about that. And then all of a sudden he just was crazy. You found out he had killed people in back alleys and was hooking up with everybody and messing with Jason and Sam, and
he slept with Maxie.
Yeah. So
what?
James Franco slept with Maxie.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. But she was all into it because he was like the bad boy, but you didn't know he was crazy yet. Like, you didn't know he had done all the murders. He was just mysterious.
Intriguing. Yes. He was the
like unattainable.
Of the art world. It was, he's so acclaimed and so dark, and and so she was entranced by his
celebrity.
Yes.
That is so interesting. I did not even know that.
Yeah. I really think you'd enjoy it if you go back, because they played it perfectly. And not that I have a problem with who Franco is now, but James Franco played that perfectly.
Yes.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah, you'll have a whole new subject to write a paper on afterwards.
Exactly. Have you done anything with Heather Weber?
No, only thing I know about her, or was when they were all in the mental hospital when Nina and Frank. That's all I remember about her. I don't remember too much about her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's another one you'll have to.
You could probably write your doctoral thesis on that
one. She's been crazy for a long time.
She has. Yeah.
And it was shocking to also know that Carly had been in the mental hospital at one point before this last one.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't even, I don't know too much about that one, but I know it had something to do with, I don't know now. It has something, there was a reason she had a breakdown, but that's all I know.
She's been in a couple times, because didn't she go right after she had Michael?
That's probably what it was, the one video that I seen.
Because Jason took care of Michael for the first year or so.
Right.
But was she in the mental hospital, or did she just leave?
I don't know.
She couldn't handle it. It definitely was something mental, but I don't remember if it was she went into a facility for treatment. Oh my gosh, we're going to have to go back and look at that. Yeah, we've both been watching for over 20-something years, so sometimes things blur together.
Wow. Yeah, my grandma, she doesn't watch General Hospital, but she watches all the other soaps.
Why doesn't she watch GH then?
Because I think she told me one time that that's just, an extra soap opera that she has to watch.
She can give up one of the other ones. And
well, she only watches Bold and the Beautiful and Young and the Restless, so she doesn't watch Days of Our Lives. I used to try to watch that, but I don't know. I was too into General Hospital.
What do you think about this whole Finn and Gregory as far as Chase.
I honestly thought that he was that Finn was Chase's father.
Uh-huh.
Like I've just because when the story first came out, like when we officially found out, I was like, oh my goodness, but it's just a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my goodness. Like
Yeah, not very often you find out that your wife has slept with your son. That would be a lot for Jack
yeah.
to take in.
Yeah, it's so crazy. But I'm honestly hoping that it comes out at the wedding. Hey, that's my hope.
Oh. No. Oh. That would be a good time to reveal it. I wish
I want
that's
the
not
Peter stuff to come out at the wedding because Maxie needs to know.
Yeah, she does.
Anna already knows about the Finn stuff, so that would unnecessarily ruin the wedding.
Yeah.
Ooh, unless Gregory tries to seduce Anna the night before the wedding is payback.
That might be taking it a little too far.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now Finn and Robert have even more in common.
Right?
I didn't think about that because Robert dated Jackie.
Right. So, yeah, no.
Oops.
How about Sam and Jason? What are your thoughts on them? Do you think they should get back together?
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you, okay? My thoughts are, I'm very upset that they are not together right now. But my, I don't know, like my mom's been saying, and my friends have been saying, that they haven't had a lot of scenes together, which I agree with. I know that they haven't. But this whole thing about Sam being concerned about, like it's her kids now that really matter and all the danger. I don't know. I just want them together.
You sound
like I don't know.
Yeah, it's like they had so much potential and they just haven't been doing
the
right stuff with them, and it's hard to watch.
Yep. It's so crazy. And Cyrus, every time he comes on the TV, I'm like, I'm gonna need him to go somewhere.
That's how I feel. I keep saying I love the actor, but he plays it too well because I just really don't like him.
Yeah, not at all. I'm just like, oof. No.
No, because we haven't had anyone like him for a while.
I agree.
Valentine
he brings
was
a
supposed
lot
to be, and then Valentine has such a sweet side, and he always has. He's always had like a vulnerability about him, and there's always been like something there,
right?
But then, because he hooked up with Nina like right away.
Yes,
but Valentine straight off the bat is just like, "Hi, I'm evil. How are you?" Cyrus. Who did I say?
Valentine.
No. Sorry, I meant Cyrus. You know what?
I know. What do you think about Nina and Jax?
Well, honestly, I don't like that he's lying to her, or lying by omission, by like not telling her about who her real daughter is, first of all, but then just all the other stuff too. Like I love Jax, but right now he's kind of making me really upset.
Yeah, he definitely picks and chooses when it's okay to lie and when it's not.
Uh-huh.
And then yells at everybody else when they do.
Yeah.
Although I guess that's all of them on the show.
Right.
So.
But Carly's also one of my favorite characters. I don't know, I just really like her. How feisty she, you know what I mean? Like how she just really cares about her kids and, but she's also super loyal to Sunny, so.
Yeah. What do you think's going to happen with Sunny?
I'm hearing, my mom's been telling me and I ain't been trying to listen to her. But she's been saying, because she reads, I think, the spoilers and stuff. And she says, like, oh, he's going to come back with amnesia. First, she said, like, him and Morgan are going to come back together. Then she said, no, Nell's going to find him. And honestly, I just don't care anymore. I just want Sunny to come home.
But they found Nell's body. Didn't Nina identify her?
Yeah.
So,
right, it shouldn't be Nell.
No.
I don't know.
Maybe it'll be Drew. Maybe Drew will come back.
They can both not remember who they are. Come back together.
Exactly. Who are you? I don't know. Who are you? I don't know.
But they
Well,
both
let's
just
figure this out together, dude.
happen to end up in Port Charles together.
And they don't know who everyone is. Wouldn't that be ironic if Jason has to bring Sunny back from,
Oh yeah,
because Sunny is the one who helped him
yeah,
when he didn't know who he was.
yep.
What would Sunny's new name be?
Ugh.
I can't think off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Jason's makes sense because he took Lila's maiden name.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Is there any story that you hate the way that they're writing it, and you would write it different?
That's a good question. Oof. I don't know. I think the storyline with Cyrus, Martin, Laura, it's all like it's interesting,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and
Yeah.
now that Cyrus's mom has been I just like I kind of loved Jordan's performance on was it Friday's episode or was it Thursday? I don't know. But I loved it, and I love how she just kind of told him, you know, like you had my kid and now, you know, your mom is, you know, I love that, man. I don't know.
Right? Like the how does
But-
it feel?
Right. It's nice
Yeah.
to see her being strong again.
Mhm.
They had kind of watered her down.
Yes.
I'm really loving Nicholas and Ava.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am really loving them, but I really hope that this isn't going to be like, you know, everything's cool for a minute and then something crazy happens and then they're like not together.
Right.
I don't
Right.
know. And I'm kind of worried about Alexis. I am. I'm really worried about her. I hope she gets herself together.
Yeah. They need to really, where they're taking the storyline right now, they need to really do it justice. And
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to have to see it through. She's going to have to do something. It's going to get worse.
Yeah.
But I hope that I hope that there's a good outcome, as good as it could be, I guess.
Right.
Right.
I don't want her to kill anyone because,
Oh,
So this-
goodness.
well, this would have been before your time. Luke killed Jake, Liz's son, because he was drunk
Mm-hmm.
and hit him with the car. Obviously now Jake is alive because Helena actually kidnapped him or whatever, but it tore at Luke, you know, and I don't want to see that happen. I don't want, and plus we've already done it.
Right.
So we don't need
Yeah.
No,
another alcoholic killing a child or something like that. Like, let's not do that.
Right. This would be a good recovery story of showing her actually hit rock bottom and then go to treatment and maybe show clips of her in therapy there talking about her feelings,
Right.
and then get better.
I think it would be nice that became her new career, that she become involved
Yeah.
in treatment, you know, like,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe go back and get some kind of certification or education or something, and she can help others in recovery. I think that would be,
Yeah.
or I don't know, I guess she's been disbarred, so she's not allowed to do anything legally. I'm like, because I'm sure that there's legal
Did she
issues.
consult like a
I
legal
don't know.
aid, I wonder?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I love how we just expect each other to know these answers.
I mean,
Sorry.
the last time I checked the law, I don't know. I don't know, but I feel like there's a redemption story in there for her.
Yeah.
Just it's gonna get worse.
Right.
I really liked her and Neil.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
I was really rooting for them, and everything was good. And then,
I
yeah,
bet it was like out of nowhere.
yeah, it was super random too. Like, my goodness.
I guess he was the first casualty after we came back from break,
Right.
and then they just started killing everyone.
Yes. That was a shame. There
Mhm.
was good potential there.
Yeah, very good potential. Yeah.
So, just FYI, I found my poems.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
like went and grabbed and pulled them up.
Yeah.
I had to find them. It was a little bit of a, you know.
Yeah. Please read them. We would love to hear them.
All right, so I guess I'll start with the Ava Jerome poem because that's the one that I think we did first. So, and this is all like from her perspective. You know, we had to write them like as if we were them.
Okay.
So, you slept with my daughter, and you were supposed to love me. How could you do such a thing? You made me feel beautiful again, but your heart is filled with hatred. Black as coal, you are so far from perfect. Oh, praise God, Father Monroe, or that's what you were. Did you two say your prayers before falling into bed with each other? How rich, oh Father, you will get what's coming to you. Don't worry about that. And you, my daughter, you are a lying, cheating slut. Every man I've had, you found some way to lure them into bed with you. Don't even bring up Morgan, who left you to be with me because of Dylan. Learn to keep your legs crossed instead of opening them for every man you see. You're a whore, and Father Monroe, my lover, or now ex, is a hypocritical. You both have betrayed me, and payback's ain't it?
Wow.
That definitely said it all.
I
That was Ava.
I definitely heard Ava being able to say this. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really fun one to write because I immediately thought about that. Like, oh yeah, that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good.
That is good, yeah.
I could definitely see Ava.
I like the bringing in "Oh Father Monroe."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what were the other ones?
I'm trying to find all my other ones. Like, there's so many. I have so many up here. So I found my Morgan one.
Okay.
Everything is right with the world. Kiki and I are finally doing well. Ava can't touch us anymore. How do I feel? Have you been taking your medications? Questions after questions. I'm fine. I'm taking the meds, but something doesn't feel right. Am I hallucinating? Is that Kiki alone with a Dylan? How could she do this? We were doing so well. Stop telling me how to feel. Leave me alone. I'll get out of the car if it'll shut you up.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that really captured his conflicting thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, especially with the taking the meds, because he was.
Right. That's the worst part of that entire story is he was trying to do the things.
Yep.
Yeah. So I found my the Nell
Okay.
poem. Wonderful. I'm going down trying to. You sure did, Carly. You won. Not for long though. Soon enough, I'll be free to have the family I was supposed to have. You, Sonny, Bobby can't do anything to stop me. No matter what I've done for Joss, no matter what happened to Zachary Grant, your son believes in me. Michael and I happy together, and there's nothing more you can do about it. Michael says he doesn't love me, won't believe my lies, has nothing to say to me. You've turned Michael against me along with Jocelyn. But we will be together again, and I know, because Carly, there's something you don't know. Our baby boy Jonah, our sweet baby, he still lives, not just in my heart. He lives in Port Charles, but do you think I tell you where he is?
Oh, that actually sounds like something she would write to her. To mess with her head and everything.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was another time that Carly went. Because remember, it was when she was hallucinating with Morgan's blanket or the scarf. And
Yeah.
the penguins
Oh,
and
right,
stuff.
when she pushed her.
Yes.
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 Well,
she
she didn't push her, but you know what I mean.
Right. But she went into
Yes.
during that. Oh no, that's the time in Ferncliff that you were talking about, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, never mind. I was just identifying with the thing that she was talking about earlier. This is what we're talking about. That like all these things kind of mush together, and then
Right.
yeah, but that's why she wound up going to Ferncliff then,
Mm-hmm.
because that's when Nell came and messed with her.
Yeah.
Oh, those are good.
Those are really good.
I think I have a Ryan one somewhere floating around here.
Oh, I don't know that I want to hear that one. He's so freaky.
I found it. Let's see. This was so fun to write. Oh my gosh. How beautiful is this woman? So hell-bent on revenge. Rage radiating from her body like a heat wave. A spitfire. I like that. Ava's been hurt by two people she cared about most. One must be eliminated. How remarkable this woman is. I must have her all to myself. I must make her wish come true. To kill her daughter. To my Ava I shall pursue. Say goodbye, Kiki. The night isn't over for your mother and I.
I think that's my favorite one.
And it's so dark, just like him, though.
That's the thing.
I know.
It's like he legit thought that he was doing that for Ava.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yep.
Ooh, I
Oh,
like
I got the last one I think is Sunny. I have a Sunny poem.
Okay.
Of course. You know, come on.
Gotta have Sunny.
The business that I run is mine alone. My associates and I fight for and get what we want, breaking the rules and getting away with it. The money and the power, I worked and killed to get it. I run a coffee business, Corinthos Coffee. My family is my world, and the choices I've made has either helped or hurt them. I've been shot, I've been paralyzed, I've had to commit my adopted son to a mental ward. He had the same illness as I, but none of this has kept me down.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
He's an overcomer.
He is. That's what we love about Sunny.
He's been through some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I like those. Thank
I
you so
do.
much for sharing
Yes,
with us.
thank you. That's
Of
awesome.
course. I had to find him over here like, dang, I know I ain't lead him.
Yeah, that's perfect. Well, because we've talked about, because we know that some fans write like fan fiction and stuff.
Right.
Like,
I
we should
do.
start-
I had a whole fan fiction story for the baby switch thing, and it didn't really happen as I as I wrote it. But
So how did you write it?
oh, I can't even. Let me see. I think.
Well, you don't have to find like the whole paper or anything, but do you just
I
remember,
know, but
like,
I'm trying to remember
Okay.
like how I wrote it because I think. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It was a while ago, so
okay, no problem. It was, and what? No, it wasn't even. It was only a
It
year
was-
ago that he finally got.
Exactly.
Revealed.
Not only was it a while ago, but it dragged on
for 2
forever.
yeah. Oh my
So-
gosh. I was so frustrated with that storyline too. Like I just wanted them to just wrap it up.
Yes.
And I remember when like they got Brad and Lucas got into that car accident.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And oh my gosh, yeah, I was screaming at the TV. And then, when they were all at the house and they all found out, I was screaming at the TV.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
It was a happy moment because Michael finally got to,
Right.
Well, and I think that was the number one thing that everyone was so happy finally happened in 2020 was that Michael finally learned that Wiley was his son.
yeah.
Did you have a favorite part of 2020?
I don't know. In soap,
Yes.
in soap, yeah, I don't know. Because there's just been, like so many storylines that they either need to wrap up like now or, like I don't know. But I was really happy about Michael fine. So okay, I have to say, Willow and Michael, I need them to be together.
Thank you.
I need them to be together. Like, this whole lie that Sasha and Chase told, like, it was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't expect Willow to come home and find, Chase and Sasha on,
Yeah.
oh, what? It was just stupid on their part,
Yep.
Well, and she even said this week that, your fake lie caused me real pain.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
But I like that, like her and Mike, they did sleep together, right? Like
Mhm.
Willow, yeah. So that was a good part. And then Chase, walks in and great moment.
I agree.
And I respectfully disagree. I want Chase and Willow to get back together.
No.
Oh,
Thank So what is your biggest wish for 2021 for General Hospital? Like what's something that you would like to see happen?
well, I really want to see Cyrus be taken down, like officially, like die, like somebody just need to kill him.
I don't think that's going to happen for a while.
I don't either.
We need that
I know.
I feel like he's our new Phazon.
Yeah.
That he's gonna die. Hope die. Go
Well,
away.
if not Cyrus, let it be Peter. Somebody needed.
Yeah, I would be okay with that. Kill Peter. That would be okay.
Somebody.
I
need to do
really like
something.
Wes Ramsey. That's the thing, is he's good.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
think,
Maybe
this
he can be a
character-
twin.
Please let him be a twin. The twin of the child of twin sisters.
Maybe they each had one.
Maybe. And so Peter is Alex's. So if he dies, then Anna still has a kid out there.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh wow, yeah.
That will work.
Good thinking. Good thinking, Amanda. I like that workaround because he is. He's a good actor.
Oh, he is.
They've just not.
I
done a
don't
good
want to
job
lose
with
him,
this
but
character.
they're killing me with how dumb everyone is when it comes to him.
Or having him be worried about, I told all these people this thing, but they're going to find out. No kidding. They all know.
Yeah.
You know.
So I kind of hope that happens, but I just really want Michael and we talked about Michael and Willow. I really want them to get together. Like all this crap with Sasha, I just want them to get together.
We'll see what happens.
And this Olivia and Ned storyline, I kind of want that to come out like now. Like now, because I don't know Olivia's backstory, but I feel like since I've been watching, her and Ned have been pretty good couple. And then
She's a loyal.
She is. I bet that comes out soon though, because they just mentioned that Ned's going to try to adopt Leo. Now that Julian's gone, I bet they're right in the middle of that adoption whenever she finds out that he cheated.
Because you have to be in a major
Right.
commitment thing
For it to all come out.
Yeah.
Yep. That would be my
I really hope that because everybody know but her.
Yeah. Exactly.
Basically, yeah. I bet you Brooklyn comes back and tells.
Probably somebody got to.
So confront Ned in the den, and
This is
Olivia
like
will
Clue.
overhear
With the candlestick.
with the pregnancy test in her hand, saying, "Daddy, I'm pregnant by Valentine. How could you get pregnant by a mom? Or how could you sleep with a Cassadine?" And she'll say, "You slept with a Cassadine too."
There you
Bam.
go. That would be good.
But Valentine's not a Cassadine.
Right.
He is Helena's son, but still, same thing. And that's how that's going to happen.
There you go. We just wrote a great story.
I guess we shall.
Yeah, there's just so many though. I just really hope that 2021 is just a better year in general. But
Yeah.
Yes.
General Hospital is literally my escape from crazy stuff in the world, man. I'll be looking forward to 2:00 every day.
Yep. Yep. We hear you. Don't worry. Well, thank you so much for your time. It was nice to get to chat with you and get to know more about you. And thank you so much for the poems.
Yeah, that was amazing. Thank you.
I feel like I'm going to have to start asking this kind of stuff during
right.
like by the way, if you have anything unique, make sure to bring it. I'm very impressed that you were able to retrieve those so quickly.
Yeah, I had to find them, but hey, anything for you guys.
Yes, Dan, thank you. But hopefully we'll be able to do this again. And
I know when the storylines heat up and more craziness happens.
Yes. Yeah, we could do it again a year from now and talk about what we talked about.
There we go.
Happened and didn't happen.
Yes.
Like a recap on our recap.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea though. But yeah, just keep watching the show and, checking out the podcast and all that. And
Well, I've enjoyed it. You guys are really, really fun.
oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Of course. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, you too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. She was just so sweet.
She was.
So which one was your favorite poem?
I don't know.
I really liked the Ryan one. I felt like that really captured from his perspective of
I can't like the Ryan one.
I know you hate Ryan.
I can't. I think probably the Ava one because Ava was that angry and hurt.
Yes.
When all that stuff was going on, and that
Very
captured. True. You could see her saying all of that to Kiki.
Yeah. I was picturing her writing it like "Dear Diary," but you know what I mean, like
right. No, you can hear her voice.
Doogie Howser monologue in her head as she's typing.
Yes.
How do I just pull that out of nowhere?
You are such a dork. Oh my god.
Anyway,
yes, they were all very.
now I'm picturing Ava sitting at an old Mac.
Printing it out with that paper, the to rip the sides off. Oh my god. Anyway,
So we had a lot of fun today.
we weren't drinking, I promise.
No. But yes, so Nakita had some great. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved
It was completely different. It was a totally different interview.
And-
And I like that we're in the new year because that was great about what did you like about 2020
Yeah.
and what is your prediction for 21.
Yep.
So,
And it'll be really nice to kind of incorporate if we can find other fans. So like if you've written some fan fiction or if you do some art, because I know that there's a lot of artists and
that would
everything.
be so cool.
If you do something really unique to honor General Hospital,
Yes, please
and
show us.
honor is the key word here.
Right.
You know, but please share it with us, and we'd love to talk to you about your thought process and your whatever.
Yeah.
However you do it. So
much fun.
it was. So join us on Monday as we talk about this week's shows,
Have a good weekend.
and we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to peer54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Peer 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.